biblically strong.
Like most modern franchise installments, Tron ARES ends not just with closure, but with a promise of evolution, legacy, and new horizons for the grid. The third chapter in Disney's cult favorite sci-fi saga doesn't just resolve its storylines, it deliberately opens up new doors, weaving together the classic themes of humanity, technology, and identity that define the Tron universe. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. By the time the credits roll, the future of Tron is clearly split into two distinct directions. Eve Kim's mission to harness technology for the betterment of humanity, and Aerys' journey of self-discovery as he ventures beyond Center City, all while the shadow of a familiar villain begins to re-emerge in cyberspace. Let's break down Tron Aerys' ending, the mid-credit scene, and what it all means for the future of this digital world.
You think you're in control of this?
The story so far. Tron ARES picks up in the aftermath of Tron Legacy, focusing on a new generation of characters caught in the middle of a digital arms race. The battle is between two rival tech empires, Encom and Dillinger Systems. Both corporations have developed groundbreaking technology capable of bringing digital creations into the physical world for exactly 29 minutes. This is no longer just about data or virtual simulations. It's about crossing the ultimate boundary between man and machine. Encom, under the leadership of Eve Kim, seeks to use this technology to solve global crises, ending hunger, providing limitless resources, and changing life for the better. Meanwhile, Julian Dillinger, the ruthless heir to his family's dark legacy, sees only military potential, indestructible soldiers, and unstoppable war machines. Enter ARES, a powerful program designed as the prototype of this new age, a digital warrior brought into the real world. Alongside Athena, another elite program, he's sent to retrieve the permanence code, the missing piece that would allow digital beings to exist permanently outside the grid. But what begins as a mission of obedience quickly turns into a quest for identity. Aerys' journey takes him from the neon corridors of the Dillinger mainframe to the vast emptiness of the real world, and even back to the remnants of the original grid, the digital world once created by Kevin Flynn. The ending explained. By the film's end, the battle lines have been redrawn. Eve Kim manages to retain control over Encom and safeguard the permanence code. Her team successfully hacks into Dillinger's system and wipes it out with a virus, leaving the corporation in ruins. Julian Dillinger, exposed for his unethical experiments and facing suspicion over his own mother's death, retreats into digital exile, literally disappearing into his server. Aerys, however, chooses a different path. Having experienced both worlds, he begins to question his own nature. He's no longer just a creation, he's something more. A being capable of compassion, curiosity, and emotion. In one of the film's most reflective moments, Aerys encounters fireflies, an emblem of fragile life and fleeting beauty. It's a visual metaphor for what he's become. Something living, something luminous, something finite. It's a surprisingly emotional conclusion for a Tron film, one that moves beyond the sleek aesthetic and deep into philosophical territory. Aerys may have been built as a weapon, but by the time the credits roll, he's chosen to live as something closer to human. Eve's storyline, meanwhile, solidifies her as a major player in the franchise's future. Having protected the permanence code and dismantled the Dillinger threat, she now controls a tool that could change the world. In her hands, the code is not a weapon, but a revolution, one that could eliminate hunger, energy shortages, and scarcity itself. It's the perfect ending that's not an ending, a resolution for the story we've seen, and the spark for the stories yet to come.
A malfunctioning program who wants to live.
Aerys' future, searching for Quorra. One of the biggest teases in Tron ARES comes in its closing moments, when Aerys, now free in the real world, begins searching for Quorra, the mysterious ISO from Tron Legacy. In his possession are two photos. One, a dated newspaper image of Quorra with Sam Flynn, the other a more recent photograph that hints at her continued existence. This discovery sends Aerys on a new mission, not one of violence or survival, but of understanding. Why Quorra? Because she represents everything Ares is trying to become. Quorra was not designed by any human hand. She was spontaneously generated within the grid, a being of pure digital evolution who managed to cross into the real world naturally, without the limitations that plague other programs. In many ways, she's the original success story, proof that the boundary between human and program can be blurred, even erased. Ares, meanwhile, was built as a soldier. His existence is artificial, deliberate, and deeply flawed. His encounter with Quorra could change that. Through her, he might learn how to live without constant purpose, how to understand humanity from a more organic perspective, and how to control his permanence without relying on fragile code. It's a fascinating setup for a potential sequel. Quorra and Ares are perfect opposites. She was born digital, but became human through empathy and curiosity. He was built for destruction, but discovered his humanity through emotion and experience. Their meeting could redefine the entire Tron mythology. Quorra might hold the key to stabilizing Ares' existence in the real world, or conversely, Ares could reawaken old enemies hunting her. Either way, this connection ties Tron Ares directly to Tron Legacy, promising a continuation that bridges both eras.
Recruit. He's a tough case, but I want him treated in the usual manner.
The mid-credit scene, the return of Sark. Then comes the mid-credit scene, and it's a big one. Julian Dillinger, the film's antagonist, is shown deep within the ruins of his digital empire. Having lost everything, his power, his reputation, and even his mother, he's left with only his obsession and rage. In the scene, he activates his identity disk. The grid responds, reconstructing his appearance into something unmistakable, a sleek, crimson digital suit modeled after Sark, the iconic villain from the original Tron. This transformation isn't just cosmetic, it's symbolic. Sark was the right hand of the Master Control Program, a manifestation of Ed Dillinger's darker ambitions in the first film. Now, decades later, Julian is assuming that same mantle, willingly becoming the digital echo of his grandfather's sins. The connection runs deep. Like Ed, Julian stole and corrupted what others built. He tried to exploit the code, failed, and now seeks redemption through domination. His new form, part human, part program, is a twisted evolution of the Sark legacy. This means one thing: the Dillinger family curse is far from over. Julian's decision to upload himself fully into the grid sets him up as the franchise's first recurring antagonist. He's not just another villain of the week, he's the embodiment of human arrogance and digital vengeance, the perfect foil to Ares' newfound humanity. It's poetic symmetry. The Tron legacy created worlds, the Dillinger legacy corrupts them. What the ending means for the future of Tron. The ending of Tron Ares does more than wrap up a story. It redefines the sandbox for every potential sequel. The permanence code now exists in the real world, under the control of someone who actually wants to use it for good. ENCOM has the power to end global hunger, solve energy crises, and redefine human civilization. But that power also comes with consequences. Once the world knows that digital beings can manifest physically, as Athena's attack demonstrated, there's no going back. Governments, militaries, and corporations would all race to exploit this new technology. Digital soldiers, artificial life, and hybrid warfare could become the new norm. And this is where the Tron franchise can truly evolve. No longer confined to the neon borders of the grid, the conflict could now unfold across both digital and physical realities. Humanity might have to face the consequences of its own creations and the ethical dilemmas that follow. Will humanity embrace this new frontier or fear it? Will programs like Ares become heroes or weapons? And can figures like Eve Kim hold on to their moral compass when the entire world wants a piece of the permanence code? These are the questions that Tron has always been about, just updated for a new age. The road ahead. If Tron Aerys succeeds, it could open the door to multiple directions for the franchise. A direct sequel might explore Aerys and Quorra's partnership, the rise of Sark Julian as a digital warlord, and the world's political response to the revelation that the grid is real and accessible. Alternatively, Disney could expand the Tron universe through spin-offs, focusing on different factions, rogue programs, or the social impact of digital beings entering society. The possibilities are endless. One thing is certain, Tron Aerys doesn't end the story, it reboots it. It's both a sequel and a new beginning, bridging the past and the future with one clear message. The grid is no longer just a world inside computers. It's part of ours now. Our nerdy thoughts. Tron Aerys gives the franchise something it's been missing since Legacy: forward motion. It honors the lore while daring to ask new questions. It's not just about light cycles, glowing suits, or digital wars. It's about identity, connection, and what it means to be alive in an increasingly digital world. With Aerys' journey continuing, Quorra's legacy returning, and a new Sark rising in the shadows, the future of Tron looks brighter and darker than ever. The grid is open again, and this time, it's not just about the game, it's about the world itself.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.